Okay.
Stevenson Michael's podcast.
Okay.
Stevenson Michael's podcast.
Uh-huh.
This is Stevenson Michael.
Uh-huh.
You know who this is. Woo.
Hold on.
Hey, Will.
Hey,
Eh,
Stevenson, how are you doing?
Good, good, good.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah. And hey, y'all. This is Stevenson Michael's podcast. I'm here with a special guest over here. And his name is Will, and his real name is Wildum. Um, here and do you have anything that you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Um, Hello everyone. I'm William Long Jr. I am in the midst of finishing up my last year of my graduate degree for a master's in music. I play a tenor saxophone. Been playing it for about what now, 11 to 12 years. Um, 23 from Brooklyn, New York, and about to be a Hartford alumni. It's a couple days. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And speak of some jazz that you've been playing lately, how was that like when you performed your your big concert, last month, which I wish I was there, but that's a different subject for another day. But how was it like, to perform, that many people and have your support there?
Right. I mean, it's amazing and it's nerve-wracking, as we're, you mean you're both performers and stuff. So we can imagine when you get on the stage and you see a lot of familiar faces of people that you know of, and people that even people that don't know you, which is also interesting too, and they come up to you and they really enjoyed your performance and stuff. It's really important. So for me, like I was nervous, but I was also just really definitely emotional on stage because it was a bittersweet moment. Seeing a lot of family, friends that came all the way from New York, came from Massachusetts, from Boston. So it was like so surreal to be filled with so much love, and so many familiar faces that this is like the last time of me like no, I mean for forever, but the last time me playing in, I guess, the Hart School, I guess format. But um it was a moment that I will always remember for the rest of my life, with the pictures and recordings that I did was able to get my hands on. So you'll be hearing more of that. Hopefully, I'll post it on either YouTube or I might have to send it to you personally, Stevenson. I have to make sure.
Yeah, yes, yes. And I would definitely love to
Mhm,
see it. And Sarah told me, your sister, you did she thought you did an amazing job. And
mhm,
which I figure you would, but it sucks that I couldn't go because at the time I was at the tour with the gospel choir. So
yeah,
I wish I could do both, but I couldn't. So
it's all right.
yeah, but I'm sure that you did great, and I was proud of you for your big
Thank you.
performance.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and any are you planning on like
Mhm.
performing like gigs and stuff like back in your hometown or like anywhere else, in the states?
Yeah, so I've been in contact with many like either vendors, many I guess other like whether it's restaurants, whether it's other jazz venues in Brooklyn that I know of. And I feel like that's just really um I guess really important. So being from New York, a lot of people want to come to New York to play gigs, and since I have, I guess we call it the home field advantage, kind of like a basketball game. You kind of know who who to go to, people I have networked with and stuff previously, and they know me prior because they see my face a lot. So yeah, there's some upcoming gigs that I'll be posting probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Probably looking forward to that. And also, I'll probably be back up here for other gigs as well, as the school has, either hired me and stuff for different events and venues as well, which I've been fortunate to do and privileged to be a part of. So um, I guess um the door is not closed. The door is always cracked open. So I'm happy that I have many ways of finding different opportunities. But I will definitely we'll be posting that for sure.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And and when you do post it, I would definitely go to one of your shows.
No, definitely. There will be a ticket reserved for you to have your name on it. Definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely.
And now you mentioned sports just now.
Mhm.
I always kind of figure what your favorite team is. But just in general, like have you been watching NBA playoffs right now? Lately?
Yes, I have. I mean, um, I've been a fan of I guess different teams as a kid, but as of now, as of lately, for the longest, I've been a Brooklyn Nets fan. So it's not the most exciting. We're not the most consistent. We haven't been in the playoffs since Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving left. But
Yeah,
my dad's a long he's been a long Knicks fan for many, many, many years. So it's been stressful for him to watch the team have its high successes and then not its very low successes as well. So I think for him, he's just been happy that like they're actually winning, but he wants to really be certain that they're actually going to make the finals. So we'll see
yeah,
what happens. I think a lot of teams did surprise me. Like I said, to one of my friends, I was surprised that Boston went out early. I was expecting them to actually be. They were my favorite to come out the East, even though I'm a New York fan, but they were my favorite to make it between
yeah,
them, and I believe the Sixers, which I was surprised they got swept as well. But in the West, I thought there were some other teams that were showing some good hope and stuff for their season. But right now it might look like it could be a Thunder versus Spurs matchup in the West. So I think I picked that earlier in the season as well as my pick, and I've been
yeah,
right so far.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a like huge Celtics fan, and yeah,
Mm,
it took me a couple weeks to like get over that. It was definitely heartbreaking the way we lost in that series against Philly because I mean, we wasn't even supposed to be this good this year, but we were. And then, a lot of people were just have like putting us like a lot of expectation, like we could do like making deep runs like we always do, like every year. And it's just, the way we exited this year it definitely
mhm.
broke my heart because, I'm a huge Boston Celtics fan, and I always have been since I was, little and stuff.
Yeah.
But even though it's been like shocking, like as is and so some of the teams, it has been exciting playoffs though. Like we
No,
we we're getting like great series and great games, like almost every single series. So I'm happy
definitely.
about that.
Right. That's just true.
Yeah. And how you doing in school, and are you planning getting your degree? Like, what's your major?
Okay, so for undergrad, my major was jazz studies, so it was just focused on jazz music, centered from the music that started in New Orleans, where with different concepts that came from Africa and stuff that was brought to the U.S. and established itself, and the rhythms and the um the blues language and different other aspects of jazz music that brought it from. New Orleans to Chicago, Chicago then to New York. So that was kind of like our focus for me for undergrad was to kind of learn more about jazz music, something that I've been wanting to study for like a while in high school, you know. So having to just major in that, personally was really, really interesting, and it was really, I guess, motivating as well. But as a master's student, I majored in just music, which will be on my degree. So just really focusing on the music aspect, on the composition part, and really mastering all those aspects that I was learning in undergrad. So then when I'm teaching it to other people, teaching it to students, whether they're, middle schoolers, high schoolers, even elementary school, um, I'm able to explain with detailed information that is actually accurate compared to just telling them something that's not true. That makes sense.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and I hope it does go well for you because I feel like
thank
you
you.
have a lot of things that you want to do, later in
Mhm.
life, and I feel like, from my opinion, you have a great bright future, and if you could just continue to just continue to have that dream and keep having faith that it will work, it will carry you over later in life. So but I'm happy that you're doing this jazz thing.
Thank
It's
you.
one of my favorite genres to listen to, especially if you're going to like
Hmm.
festivals and like
Yeah.
places that like people play like jazz music and stuff. And
Mhm.
it brings you in the mood, at least for my opinion. And I'm glad that you're one of those people that playing, a lot of jazz and playing different instruments and stuff.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I definitely think, yeah, the festivals are, I haven't been to a lot of them, but I'm definitely going to start looking to go into a lot more festivals, a lot more shows and stuff, and kind of see different, meet different people, see different people, and, get to network and hopefully, maybe be one of those people on the festival or on stage, things like that.
Yeah. I performed one festival. It was last year in Hartford, and that was pretty cool though. When I performed my first experience.
Mhm.
I have a little experience too performing, but I'm trying to get more.
Yeah.
But when I performed at a festival, it was definitely a cool experience because like a lot of people were like interested, in the music and just getting to know me better and to see, who I really was, like who I
Mhm.
really am, like as a person, not just an artist. So they were like
Right.
meeting me and getting to know me more and things like that and most importantly they will like always the best supporters that you could ever have, even if the genre is not to your main genre. They will always support you with anything you do out there.
Hmm. I get that.
Yeah. And now I have like two final questions.
Mhm.
And the one of the two questions I wanted to ask you about, um are you um are you still living with your parents?
Yeah. So, I still live with my parents. Yes, that's true. Mhm.
Okay. Because for me, I'm still living with my parents too, but for the good reasons. One, the rents and stuff are like crazy high right now, and two, even if I wanted to like have my own apartment and stuff, I don't really have anyone to like, to roommate with and stuff, and even if that person was interested, it's a huge responsibility to keep up with the bills and stuff. Because like I said, it's super high right now.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely rent is high. It's always been it's always increasing every single year. You know, no matter who's in office or whatsoever. I think the good thing is mostly just knowing how to save. Investing is important as we're young. And I guess doing a lot of research and finding different apartments within the area that you like. That's either close to whatever job that you're working for, and and taking that big leap of faith and doing so. Because it's a big moment. It's an exciting moment. It's also scary, but then once you do it, and you just have a plan and you execute it, it will come to prosper. So I definitely will say that. But
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And now my final question before we end off here, do you have any advice to like all the people out there in the world that you want to, give if you were like talking to that person?
Any advice? Uh, I would say on anything, just in general, anything
Yeah,
in
just
general.
in general.
Um, you know, I would say my advice to anybody, either young, older, um, I think one, follow your dreams. I know in class we do this a lot, where we write a 1 year goal, a 5 year goal, and a 10 year goal. And as crazy as that is, like I had to do that. You sit down, you think about what's a 1 year goal for myself from May 11th, 2026 to 2027. And then write a 5 year goal. For me, 5 years from now, I would be 28. So, right, what things I want to accomplish, and you will start to see that there are some things that you'll, um, I guess, might come off of your 1 year goal, but your 10 year goal might be shorter because it's so hard to see into 10 years. But doing that allows you to, there's a statistic theory that when you write your goals and dreams out, that you have a better chance at achieving them than when you have them in here. So being able to see that, being able to put it into action and knowing how to put into action, I would say is my advice to people who are watching. Um, Save as much as you can. Saving is important. I would say the last two things I would say is, um, whatever, um, if, you know, be hardworking and disciplined would be anything. My dad says this line to me: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard enough. Meaning that, like, if you're hardworking, you could be anybody that's the most talented in the world. The best basketball players that we look at weren't the most talented. LeBron was the most talented player. I mean, Jason Tatum, not the most talented player. There's people like Kevin Durant who are just all have pure talent and physique and stuff, or Victor Wembanyama and stuff. But there are other players in the league who are more hardworking, like Jalen Brown. I've started to like because he's super hardworking and stuff. So I would say, if you're hardworking, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. And I guess that's pretty much what I have. Yeah, that's been one of my things. I've been doing it as of
Y-
recently.
Yes, and
Mhm.
I do say that to people too. And if you just continue to, believe in that dream that you want to accomplish, just keep fighting and just keep believing in yourself and believe
Yeah,
what you do best, in life. So, and
yeah,
that's a very great advice to, the people out there because people need to understand life is hard out there
it is.
and it's gonna get even harder, you know, later down the line, in life, in decades and decades, to come. So, and and people just need to learn that we all in this together,
Yeah,
and we just gotta keep believing and just
hmm
and don't lose faith, you know.
right. I
And
say to add one
yeah,
more extra thing.
go on.
Um, I think it just came to my mind. Don't waste your youth. I think my pastor told me there's a lot of young people, they spend their 20s and stuff or teen years just doing whatever it can be, and I feel like he says that like if people when you're young you have so much creativity, you have so many ideas, whether that's for like you, for example, you've done podcasting, you've done music, you've done different types of creative like artwork and stuff, you cook and stuff. So using your creativity to use and seeing where you could go off of that is so important that a lot of people just don't know. You don't know what you can do or what you're able to do until you do it, especially creative wise. So definitely, that's why I say like doing the goals and the 1 year plans and stuff allows you to see your creativity at first hand and writing them down and realize it. And sometimes that might be the switch that just flips off in your head and you're just like, I figured everything out.
Yes.
So definitely.
Yeah, and that's another great advice too. And thank you for that wonderful advice that you give
No
us.
problem.
And I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Yes. Well, that's it, everyone. And before I, end it off, do you want to tell everyone your Instagram, where to find you, if
Yeah,
you have any, performances, they want, if they want to
yes.
check you out?
Yeah. So you could check me out either on YouTube where I'll start uploading a lot of my music stuff at William Long Jr. Music, either on Instagram. You could follow me at King underscore Willie Will 23. I probably will change it to my name, but as of right now, that's what it is. If you are interested into gaming and stuff, you could follow me on Twitch at Nova NOVA 110 ST. But yeah, there'll be a lot of upcoming performances, a website upcoming, and recorded music on the way. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Yeah,
Yes. You heard it, guys. And make sure you follow all that information. And again, this is Stevenson Michael's podcast. This is episode 11. And this is William Long Jr., my man
yeah,
over here, and thank you so much for joining my podcast.
no problem. Pleasure is mine.
Yes,
All
yes.
right,
Thank you.
take,
Bye,
take care.
y'all.